Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
You guys send in tons of great stuff for us to check out,
Right.
and we are really excited to take a closer look at this one.
Yeah,
This is an episode from the Lifelens Talks podcast, all about scaling your affiliate marketing business. So if you're out there listening, you want to kind of take things to the next level, this is a good one to really pay attention to.
and they had some really great points in this one.
Definitely did.
And I think what I thought was particularly interesting was
Yeah.
the way they talked about building a business that lasts, not just going for like the quick wins.
It's not about just getting that one product launch or that
Thank
one
you.
viral moment. It's really thinking long term.
Yeah, and building something sustainable.
Totally. And one of the things they talked about,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was right at the beginning, but it was definitely in there, was this idea of like not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about what that means specifically for like affiliate marketers?
Yeah, so I mean, imagine this, right? You are an affiliate for one program,
Okay.
and suddenly it disappears.
Oh,
They're out of luck.
you're left with nothing.
Exactly. So it's all about diversifying your affiliate programs.
Right.
So that you've got multiple streams of income coming in.
So that if one thing goes down, you're not up a creek without a paddle.
It's like having a safety net,
Yeah.
basically.
It's like having a diversified portfolio,
Exactly.
but for your business, right? Such a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing that came up, and I feel like this is something that people hear all the time,
Yeah.
but maybe they don't always know like what to do with it.
Right.
In SEO,
Yeah.
like optimizing your content to like rank higher in search results.
Yep.
So how can we break that down a little bit and make it, I don't know, less scary and more actionable? Because I think sometimes people hear SEO and they're just like,
Yeah, it can feel really overwhelming.
it's too much.
Right.
I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah. So at its core, SEO is really about understanding what your audience is searching for
Okay.
and then becoming the resource that they need.
All right.
So for example, let's say you're passionate about sustainable living.
Okay.
Instead of just writing a blog post about like eco-friendly cleaning products, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about what your audience really wants to know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're searching for DIY natural cleaners for pet owners with allergies.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's about getting specific.
So it's about finding those like long tail keywords, those like longer phrases
Yeah.
that people are actually typing in.
Exactly. And that's where keyword research comes in.
Okay.
You can use different tools to figure out what people are actually searching for.
So it's not just about like guessing, it's about like actually
So no,
doing a little research.
it's about data.
Okay, I like it.
hmm And one of the things that they talk about on the podcast is building an email list.
Okay.
And I know that might sound
Yeah.
kind of like a little old school.
Well, right. Like in the age of
Yeah.
TikTok and everything else,
Is email still relevant?
it is so relevant.
Aye.
And I think a lot of people sleep on it
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me why.
because it's one of those things where it's like, you know how we were just talking about SEO
Yeah.
and putting stuff out there?
hmm
You're kind of like
Hoping people find it.
hoping someone finds it
Okay.
with an email list.
Yeah.
These are people who have said,
Huh?
I want to hear from you.
They opted in.
No?
They're like, I'm interested in this topic. I like what you have to say.
I'm giving you my email address,
Okay.
which is like
That's huge.
kind of sacred these days, right?
Yeah.
So those
Absolutely.
people are much more likely
Okay.
to actually buy something that you recommend because they already trust you.
Because you've been
Airdrop.
nurturing that relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's about more than just like, here's the product, buy it.
It's about building a relationship
Yeah. Over time.
so that when you do recommend something, they're
Mhm.
like, oh, yeah, I trust this person.
Yes.
Okay, that's a really good point. Now, I know another thing that can feel kind of like intimidating, I think, for people is
Yeah.
this idea of paid traffic.
hmm
Because it's like, SEO, you can kind of like
You can dip your toe in.
dip your toe in, you can experiment.
Exactly.
You don't necessarily have to spend money,
Right.
but paid traffic, it's like you're putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. You've got skin in the game.
So what are some good tips for navigating that world without like
Right.
going bankrupt?
Because it can be scary,
Yeah.
especially if you don't know what you're doing.
And you're like, I'm just going to throw all this money at Facebook ads and
Yeah.
hope for the best.
That is not a strategy.
Not a good strategy.
So I would say start small,
Okay.
experiment, right?
Okay.
Don't just like
Don't go all in
go all in on one thing,
on day one.
right? So pick one platform
Okay.
that you think your audience is on, whether it's Facebook or Google,
Sure.
Pinterest, whatever, and start with a small budget.
Okay. And test some things out.
Exactly. And track your results.
Okay.
That is the most important thing.
So that you can actually see
Yes.
what's working and what's not.
What is generating clicks? What is actually leading to sales? Because
a click doesn't mean anything if it doesn't turn into
exactly
sale.
a conversion. Yeah.
Now, speaking of kind of like putting yourself out there and getting your message in front of people, they also talked about this idea of like partnerships and how important those are.
Yes.
And I think in a way, like finding the right affiliate programs,
is a partner.
it's a form of partnership.
Right.
But they were talking about something even bigger, right?
Like collaborations
Yeah.
with other people in your space.
Okay, so for example, like...
So let's say you're promoting those eco-friendly cleaning products.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could partner with an Instagrammer who's really into sustainable living,
Okay.
and they could try out your product, do a post about it, talk about how much they love it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And that's going to reach their audience.
Right, which is already primed and ready.
Primed for that kind of message.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So it's kind of like piggybacking, but in a good way.
yeah, but it's mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
You're both
It's a win-win.
helping each other.
Okay.
So it's about finding those win-win situations.
How do you find the right partners, though?
That is a great question.
Because it's not just about like
Yeah.
reaching out to anyone with a
Right.
big Instagram following or
Not every partnership
a big email list, right?
is created equal.
It's got to be the right fit.
It's got to be the right fit.
Okay.
So I would say
Okay.
look for people who align with your values,
Oh, okay.
with your brand.
So like authenticity is important.
Authenticity is key because people can spot a fake from a mile away
Totally.
these days. So make sure it's a genuine fit.
Okay, so we've talked about a
Thank you,
lot of
jump in,
things.
sir.
We've talked about diversifying income streams. We've
Mhm.
talked about SEO.
Yep.
Building an email list.
Email list, yes.
Paid traffic.
Paid traffic, partnerships.
Partnerships.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
So for someone who's listening to this
Right.
and they're like, okay, this is great.
this is great.
But
Yeah.
I have a job. I have kids.
Right.
Like, I can't do all of this.
This is my side hustle.
Yes.
Like, how do I find the time
Exactly.
to do all of it?
Well, they had an answer for that too, didn't they?
They did. They did.
What was it?
Automation.
Okay, automation. Tell me more.
Automation.
Oh, it's like,
It's like the magic bullet.
it is. It's like having a team of people
Right.
working for you 24/7
But
without the payroll.
exactly, without having to like manage anyone.
Okay, I like it.
Right.
So give me an example. Like, what's something that people listening could automate?
Okay, so email marketing,
Okay.
prime example, right?
Okay.
So let's say somebody signs up for your email list.
Okay.
Instead of you having to like manually email that person
Yeah.
every time you have something to share,
Okay.
you can set up something called like an email sequence
Okay.
or an autoresponder,
Got it.
where basically it's like
It's automatic.
it's automatic.
So they sign up and then boom.
They get an email right away,
Okay.
welcoming them,
Okay.
maybe giving them like a freebie,
Okay.
because everybody loves a freebie.
Totally.
And then maybe like 3 days later, they get another email with some valuable tips related to
Yeah.
your niche.
Keep them hooked.
Exactly. And then maybe a week later, they get another email.
Okay.
And so you're nurturing that relationship
Okay.
over time without having to actually
Be there.
be there. Like
It's like you've cloned yourself. The
exactly.
email marketing clone.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And the beauty is there are so many tools out there
Okay.
that make this really easy.
Okay, so you don't have to be like
Yeah.
a tech wizard.
No, you don't have to code
You
anything.
gotta figure this out.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good to know because I think sometimes there's that barrier to entry where people are like,
Yeah.
oh, it sounds great, but like,
It sounds too complicated.
yeah.
No, there are tools that are very user-friendly.
Okay.
Drag and drop, you can do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of our little deep dive here.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts for people who are like, okay, I'm ready to scale my affiliate marketing business?
I would say just get started.
Okay.
Don't overthink it.
Don't let perfection be the enemy of good.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, take action because the biggest thing that's going to
Yeah.
help you grow is just doing something.
Doing something, getting your hands dirty.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for breaking all of this down for us. This was amazing. I feel like I learned a ton.
Me too, always.
Always learning. And to our listeners out there, thank you so much for sending in this awesome episode.
Yeah, thank you.
We had a blast.
Hey.
And until next time, happy scaling, everybody.